Black Ops 4 just dropped probably the biggest update we have ever seen, well, in this game, but probably one of the biggest updates in Call of Duty history. This update is loaded, and we have a lot to discuss, and I'm really excited, and I think you guys are as well, because there's a lot in this one that is really good. There's a lot of good things that they changed, and they really listened to the community in this update. We have new things from the new map, Nuketown, to the Blackjack shop, to weapon nerfs and buffs. We have specialist changes, lots to cover. Before we get any further into today's video, guys, this is the KARNAGEclan update on the brand new Black Ops 4 update, where we're going to go through everything that you need to know, the most important points for multiplayer. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like on today's video, turn on post notifications, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, the first thing that I have to get out of the way is the Nuketown multiplayer map has been added into the game, and it is free for everybody, of course, for PlayStation 4 users first. So if you're on PS4, you'll have it, and for those that are on Xbox and PC, you'll have to wait a little bit, but you will be getting it, and you'll be getting it for completely free. No cost, you don't have to have the season pass, nothing. You'll have it for free. There's a Nuketown featured playlist as well, which is really good because that will allow players just to play Nuketown to get that experience in without having to worry about waiting for it to come around in the map cycle. We also have the addition of the Blackjack's shop. Now, what the Blackjack shop is basically an item shop. There are different outfits that you can purchase, all with COD points. There's featured items and daily items. Currently, we see that there are some legendary bundles, and then for the daily items, which obviously are a little bit cheaper, are just things like a more simple rare outfit. We have another rare outfit for Crash, and then we have a tag, which looks pretty cool, only for 100 COD points, and then a brand new gesture, legendary one with the basketball currently being the one that's in there, and that changes every day, while the featured items apparently change every 4 days. So that's what the Blackjack shop looks like as of now. That might change, and we might see an additional add of supply drops in there at some point in the future that, of course, will have nothing but cosmetic items. So even if we do have supply drops, they shouldn't be blown out of proportion, because I don't think they're going to be adding anything in there other than simple cosmetic items that are completely optional, that don't change your gaming experience whatsoever. So let's go ahead and move into the very first section of weapon balancing. That has to do with SMGs, and I'm sure a lot of people are jumping out of their seats, clapping their hands extremely hard right now, because this is much needed. Right now, guys, I'm currently going for dark matter on the SMGs, well, diamond on the SMGs, trying to achieve dark matter, and it is just painful. Personally, I can feel the difference with my SMG going up against a player with an AR, especially like the ICR or something. It's extremely frustrating, so to see these weapons get a buff, a slight buff, is extremely exciting because I think it's going to do a lot for the game. So the first one being the MX9. The MX9 has an adjusted 5-hit kill range up to 6 meters and slightly increased ADS move speed, so it will feel a little bit more like an SMG. The GKS has an adjusted 5-hit kill range up to 3 meters, and it also got a slightly increased ADS move speed. The Cordite has an adjusted 5-hit kill range up to 3 meters and slightly increased ADS move speed as well. And finally, this one's interesting, the Spitfire has an increased 6-hit kill range by 3 meters and a slightly increased ADS move speed. So all of these weapons now have a higher hit kill range from anywhere from 3 meters to 6 meters with the MX9. Definitely will have improvements for play using the SMGs. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to trying them out, especially this is good timing for me, man, because I'm looking to get those diamond here. I only have 2 out of 5 to 6 of them done, so this is going to help me out a ton. Next up, we have the assault rifles. So the first on the list is the Maddox. Now, we're going to be seeing some nerfs for these rather than adjustments of making them better and having them buffed. The assault rifles are receiving slight nerfs, and that was kind of expected, to be quite honest. There's a couple buffs in there, so you'll be surprised about those, but the first being the Maddox, and it is receiving a slightly increased recoil of first and second shots, so that first shot accuracy and second shot accuracy are going to be slightly nerfed. The Echo Fire operator mod has now removed recoil penalty penalty when equipped. So wow, that's a big buff there. The Eco Fire Operator mod is going to be extremely good now. So definitely look into using that. Then the KARNAGEclan has reduced idle sway and slightly increased 4-hit kill range by 1.5 meters. So not by a ton, but if you guys didn't know, the KARNAGEclan was definitely like the least used out of the assault rifles, I'd say. It was definitely not a favorite. Next up, we have the Rampart 17, and it received a reduced idle sway, a slightly reduced recoil of first and third shots, and an increased 4-hit kill range by 3 meters. So very interesting changes to the Rampart, like I was saying, and I would highly recommend trying that gun out again because it's gonna perform a little bit better in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to trying those out. But next up, we have the TAC rifles. The Swordfish received a slightly reduced delay between bursts, which obviously is a nerf, which is going to be interesting. So it's not as fast as it was previously. We also have a reduced idle sway, which is obviously a buff. And then for the Penta Burst Operator mod, which was almost necessary to use. Like when I was using that weapon, I was 100% using that all the time. Well, now it implements the standard burst delay. So there's a delay now when using that operator mod. So that's probably good, to be honest, because the operator mod is extremely good. Then this is really good, guys. I saw this and I got up, I started clapping, I was cheering. I looked like a 5-year-old on Christmas Day because this is good. Light machine guns. The Titan is the only one in there, and the Titan now has a reduced ADS speed, an increased sprint out time, a slightly increased hit fire spread, and for stock, a slightly reduced movement benefits when equipped. So there's some slight nerfs in there, and I'm happy about it. I wanted to see a little bit more, I'm not gonna lie, especially with some of the like I like to call them the target finders or the thermal scopes. Like I wanted to see a couple of changes there, but I'm hoping those come out maybe in the next patch. I think that they will, because I think people are going to continue to complain about the Titan, and rightfully so, but I will have to wait and see. Then for the sniper rifles, for the Outlaw, we have a slightly increased fire rate. We have a greatly reduced idle sway, a slightly increased ADS speed, an updated ADS rechamber animation to make it easier to stay on target, which makes sense because that was annoying. The recoil now centers more reliably, and an increased base damage increase by 10. So that's quite good. The SDM added aim assist while hip firing. The Kashka recoil now centers more reliably after the first shot, and those are your snipers. Next up, once again, got out of my chair screaming like a little child. This is huge, and I know everybody, like, I don't think anybody's gonna be like sad about this. This is good. The SG-12 reduced visual effect of the strobe light operator mod. So that bright flashlight that's blinding you every time somebody's using it, it's not as bright anymore. So we'll have to see how much of a difference that actually is. Also, the reduced range at which strobe light affects aim assist by 50%. So that's a massive nerf. So if you guys didn't know, when somebody's using that on you, the reason why it's so hard to hit them is the aim assist is pretty much taken off. Like, you don't have aim assist on that person. Well, that's now reduced by 50%. So the range at which that they can affect you is reduced. It's cut in half from what it was before. So you'll be able to find yourself having aim assist on them a lot easier now. So that's really good. Now for the specialist, this is where it gets interesting, guys. The first one that you guys are going to absolutely love is the Ajax. The Ajax now has reduced 9-bang flash effect duration by 20%. So like when you get flashed, it takes forever for it to go away. That's now been quartered. It's been reduced by 25%, so it's not going to last as long on you anymore. 9-bang is now countered more effectively by tactical masks. So using tactical mask might be a better option if you don't want to have to deal with the frustrations that 9-bang will occur. Increased bullet spread by 25% in fortify stance when using the ballistic shields. That's interesting. Then the Ajax turn speed is now properly slowed when he's hit by a concussion grenade with the ballistic shield equipped. So I guess that was a little bit of an issue. Then resolved an issue that could prevent Ajax from being hit from certain angles from behind with the ballistic shield equipped. So that was kind of a glitch, I guess. So that's going to be a lot easier to hit the Ajax from behind when he has that shield out. Added a third-person sound effect for changes 2 and 3 of the 9-bang. So I'm not exactly sure what that that has to do with. But then for the Prophet, improved Tempest accuracy, so that was kind of needed, honestly, because people were just it was just not a reliable a specialist, to be quite honest. Then Tempest charges attached to players will no longer be destroyed by explosives, and resolved an issue where the Seeker Shock Mine could get stuck in a loop on Morocco, so that was just a map specific issue. Then for the Purifier, they fixed an issue where the damage wouldn't apply to strike teams, and then for Ruin, resolved an issue that could lead to the grapple gun failing to connect to surfaces when the player was moving, and that was something that I was noticing a lot, so that's really exciting. Like, there was times, awkward times, where I'd get killed because I thought I'd be using it and I wasn't, and I don't know, it's just a very weird and case-by-case glitch that was occurring for Ruin, so that's good. Then for perks, the Tactical Mask obviously has increased resistance to 9-bang, Concussion Grenade, and Razor Wire. Flak Jacket increased resistance to explosive damage. Cold-Blooded increased the delay period before enemy AI will target players during a period of maintained line of sight. This will give players more time to get to cover or to fight back against enemy AIs. This was really needed, honestly. That's going to change a lot about the, spawn just getting destroyed off spawn, stuff like that. The Dead Silence will now suppress players' sounds related to healing, taking fall damage, or surfacing while swimming, and that will affect both multiplayer and Blackout, so that's quite interesting. And then also, guys, the Strike Team, you can only have one Strike Team on the map as a team now, so that's a big change to Strike Team, to be quite honest. It's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. I think it's a good thing, but it's something that I heard a lot of people complaining about. Now, the playlist received a lot of updates. There's now a newly added feature category called Endurance Chaos Mosh Pit. Basically, what this playlist does is it doubles everything. So the playlist is 6v6, but the score limits have been doubled, meaning TDM now has a score limit of 150 with a 15-minute time limit. Domination goes from 200 score to 400 score match limit, which is absolutely nutty. And then Hardpoint with a 500 score limit and a 10-minute time limit. Kill Confirmed has a 120 score limit with a 15-minute time limit. So a huge difference in that playlist of the Endurance Chaos Mosh Pit. I'm looking forward to playing that, and you can expect a team challenge on the Carnage channel in those playlists. Then we have the Mercenary Capture Mosh Pit added to featured category. It's 5v5 domination, hardpoint, and control with no parties allowed. Yes, thank you. I can't wait to play that. It's a huge thing. I'm so excited about that. Then we have Hardcore Search and Destroy added to the featured category, and Gun Game remains in the featured category as well. Guys, just so you know, spawns have been adjusted in TDM, Domination, Free-For-All, and Hardpoint on Arsenal, Summit, and Silo. Now, we don't know what Silo is. A lot of people are confused about that. I'm not sure which map that is, guys. I apologize, but it appears like a lot of people are confused. Obviously, that's not a map in the game. Control also received some changes on the same exact maps, so that's going to be interesting. Now, one thing that I was looking forward to seeing and didn't see in these patch notes was firing range. The firing range spawns, if you guys didn't know, are severely broken and need adjusting ASAP. So I'm a little concerned on why that wasn't addressed in this update, but I'm sure that they're still working on it and are looking for changes that will be adequate, and that they still haven't been able to figure that out. So I'm looking forward to that in the actual next update, or maybe a hot fix in the near future. There's a couple other little changes to the game, guys. One being team killing a player near their own care package will now reflect damage back to the attacker. This is done to prevent team killing to steal a teammate's care package. You know who you are, and this is of course in hardcore. I wanted to point that out because that's just funny, and I'm glad that they're adding little things in there to improve the gaming experience in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Things that you might not have even experienced yourself, but those that have, it's devastating. Like, that's just annoying. So I'm glad that they added that in there as well. And there's a couple more I'll put up on screen for you guys in hardcore. They've done a lot of changes, guys. I will leave the patch notes down below, but we covered everything that is major in multiplayer. These patch notes will also cover everything that they added to zombies and adjusted in zombies, which by the way is huge. A lot in zombies was changed, and of course Blackout as well. Not that much going on in Blackout this time around, but I will leave these patch notes linked down in the description below, guys. Thanks for watching today's video. Once again, drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you're most excited about in regards to this update down in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications. Check out these featured and previous videos here at the end of today's video. And without further ado, I will talk to you all in the next one.